From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off in Detroit. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. They're taking a shot on this first play. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. And we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
The second down throw for Mahomes. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up third down.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early... Two left for him to spend. So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's third down. Third and long for him here. He finds Worthy, complete. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A gain of 15 there. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Pride connected with Xavier Worthy there. So it's second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
All set now, first and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
Chiefs 6, Lions nothing. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Could have been 7 if they'd tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. Here comes Williams on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Goff taken right to the air. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. He was looking for his back, Jahmyr Gibbs there. And it sets up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Flush out to his left. Can't convert on third. That's to the ground and incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this. 4th down, Goff throwing. He's got it to his running back. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's a 26-yard gain on 4th down, partner. Talk about a huge play there to extend this drive.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Play action here with Goff. Bails out of the pocket quick. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 18 at the 43-yard line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Our score, 6-0. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Off the play fake. Here's Goff. Chased out to his right. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Goff now, 3rd and long. Buys time, rolling right. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down at their own 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, Nix. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field.
Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Phillips Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. Off we go from Denver. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Oh my God. They'll go play action with Nix.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Chidobe Awuzie. And the Ravens are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive. Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to run it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Broncos have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Play action now. It's Nix. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Incomplete. makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
By Kyle Van Noy. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away. You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for this with Henry.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, I'll tell you, Mike, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of picking up this 4th down when I've got big old Derrick Henry in the backfield. So what an unbelievable job by this defense coming up with a huge 4th down stop.
Flushed to his left. He keeps it himself. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. 31 yards.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Here's Nix to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius, unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On 4th down, here's Nix. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. And that ball incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make.
Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain. And he's finally taken down, but a nice return will set them up at the 35.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. 2nd and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Pro Bowler the last 2 years, Nnamdi Madubuike. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. Throwing. Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
Jackson's pass.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's taken in. It's R.J. Harvey. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. A big play after being backed up. 37 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
To throw is Nix. Going up top. And that is incomplete. For the intended target. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He's going to try it here again. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
Jackson's pass intercepted.
I think he would have been better off there, Mike, giving that ball a little bit more juice. You can see he's trying to put a little touch on it and lob that ball into his target, but it just hangs up in the air a little bit too long, and the defense makes him pay.
Nick's now on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Franklin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
At the 34-yard line.
A first down throw for Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Back to throw is Nix. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. This offense just can't buy a third down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far this has been about as bad as it gets. Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
Starts on the coverage.
Throwing is Nix. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and third down coming up.
Third down and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
And the best offense on third downs, Mike, is to be really good on first and second down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
Nix gonna throw for it. That is brought in at the 10. And he's gonna have a Broncos first down. Big play there. Gain of 14 on 4th and 10. We have hit halftime. We're going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Defenses control the first half, but when will we see some points? Hopefully soon, as this third quarter begins. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 4. Going to go right back to Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down.
They'll go again here with Henry. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 9.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So they failed to connect on another throw, and it's really been the story for both of these teams throughout this ball game. I mean, neither offense can get anything going, and when you look at the scoreboard, it certainly reflects that.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. They'll try and get there on the ground. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. They turn it over on down. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Play action now. Jackson. Flush to his right. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
On 3rd down, Jackson out to his right. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. He'll let one go down the middle. And the Ravens will take over here just past the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
A 1st down throw for Jackson.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Their own 28-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's May. He finds Douglas complete. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing here is May. That's complete. Travion Henderson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward. I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Stop.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 5-yard line.
Let's get set. Stop.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Chase Brown, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now Burrow loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Bengals 6, Patriots 2.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To the air, May. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Here's May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Gun. Start. 180. Hot. Start.
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
I'm fine. Ready?
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start. 180. Start.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown fighting through. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go. 180.
Now Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Can.
They'll try and run it here.
they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. See if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Patriots first down.
Here we go, throw.
A gain of 13 yards.
They go play action now. May. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. To throw, it's May. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, complete. That's Henderson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's another.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Looking to throw. May. They set up the screen for Henderson. He displayed a nice little hurdle there before he got taken down after. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
They'll throw with May. And it's caught. So the completion gets him just a yard. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite.
Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Here we go. Shot.
Right back to Brown. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 38-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They will toss to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Burrow on play action. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it. And the Patriots are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
It's 2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Trevion Henderson, 77 yards. And the Pats are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Running right, here's Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go.
An inside give, Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Stop. 180. Stop.
This is Brown going up the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Demetrius Knight in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw. That'll be complete to Henderson.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
It's now third down.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Demetrius Knight getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3 and out.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of the first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
180. Wait up.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
Here we go. 180.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Incomplete. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go, here we go.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from Orchard Park. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Allen. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the 31-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Slant into the hands of Shaquille. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie.
Take over 1st and 10. At the 45-yard
So
line.
anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Already. Kirk is the motion man. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down. behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today we're treated to an entertaining preseason contest between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. Enough build up, the ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Dory Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack. Well, the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Offense no doubt jolted awake with that very first play, partner. Here's second and long. Hurts now from the gun. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up fourth and long. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic.
Oh my, they're faking it on their opening drive! And no success on the fake punch. That's way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16.
Shotgun snap to Flacco. This one's caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Ford will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. Need hardly anything here. 2nd and inches. Intercepted in the end zone. Dory Jackson makes the play. And the Eagles get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Why are you looking at me that way, kid? I'm fine. I'm not having flashbacks to Marshawn in the Super Bowl inside the 1. I am so far over that memory. Don't worry about it. No, that didn't just flash before my eyes yet again.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
He takes it himself. This gets forward a little, not a ton, to the 35. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts looking to throw. This one's snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On first down, Hurts. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Jerome Baker has it.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
And this is taken ahead to the 37. N'Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Second down, run by 4. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That'll be complete to Ford. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting a drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Here's Ford running right. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns parlay the interception into points. On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Jackson now to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll begin a new drive, 1st and 10. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Mano-y-mano, so many battles there at the line of scrimmage, and it does come down to those one-on-one situations. Who's put in the work, who's put in the effort, and who can execute to create that negative play, that big sack for this defense.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. And it was Saquon Barkley. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuff in the run.
Completed left side to Smith. And a great play does not get the first down. And that stop came at the very last moment to bring up 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. From the gun, it's Ford. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Flacco. Judy with the grab. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Browns first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Staying on the ground with Ford. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
He tries to sneak it, and he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Browns first down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Completed over the middle. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 70.
Pass play now. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal.
Cougar 19.
They're going to throw out of the gun. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. 4th down, pass coming. And a completion not in the cards on that 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. How about the big fella in the middle coming through? Get out of his way, disrupting everything. How about that?
Why am I picturing some household, I don't know where, but a mom and dad, an aunt and uncle, an old coach, somebody celebrating because that defensive tackle just made his name known. They eat double teams. They gobble up people at the line of scrimmage. Not often do they make the headlines. Not often do they get to score, but the big fella just did.
And not the way to follow up that safety. They send the free kick out of bounds.
Kicking team.
Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. Deontay Johnson with the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns take a 16-point lead.
16. Eagles nothing.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Jackson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And after that opposing score, Brock, they find themselves taking over down 16. First call here coming from the shotgun. Now Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Saquon Barkley, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Hurts yet again. Throw is caught by the back. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
So 21 yards and the first. What a call to go for it there on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And again, here's Hurts. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jerome Baker has it.
Obviously not the cleanest game with their 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd down, it's Flacco. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Sticking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. He dodged the tackle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set. And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. I'll throw it. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Dustin Hopkins is going to try this Browns field goal. This from 35 yards away.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We hear it every single week, Kate, when we talk to these special teams coaches, frankly, the whole team and head coaches, how important just that momentum is coming into break and heading out of break. Well, that was job well done. Mission accomplished to score before the end of half.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. First down throwing for Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around. Get set for quarter number 3. Well, the starters likely checked out for the final time. Time now for guys to make their case for roster spots as our second half is underway. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. So first down from the 41. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 40.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Another one for Junkins. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's the backup. First throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And that reaches the 35, but no further as it caroms out of bounds. The Eagles about set to go on offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On play action, McKee. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Carson Schlesinger on the coverage.
Rocco 80.
McKee out of the shotgun. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6.
Kid, I know you've listened to me over the years praise and compliment offenses to just not go away from success. If you're running it well, keep running it. If you're throwing it, keep throwing it. Don't go away from it. Well, this defense, they're not going away from the pressure. And you see the dividends it's paid this time all the way for 6 points.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns grow their lead